because I'm gonna repeat it. But like the game of relationships today, I feel like um if I care more about you than you do about me, that means I lost. Now I'm left dependent and broken and empty and probably fat because um you won. And that song, you know, that hallelujah, hallelujah. One of the verses is like, maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love is how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. And that shit hit me. That hit me like right in the feels. It's like maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love is how to shoot somebody who outdrew, well, who outdrew me. So like, you pulled your gun out faster than me. That's the game of love, and that's all I've learned. And like, I don't think that's how it's supposed to go. But then again, I have trouble trying to figure out what love is and what love isn't, because there's something in the doctrine that's like love is patient and kind. It does not boast. It doesn't envy. But then it says that God is love, and then it also says that God is a jealous God. So am I supposed to be jealous or what? Am I supposed to be this? Am I supposed to be that? Like, what the fuck is love? So it's just like, maybe I will um, develop my own meaning of what love is and find someone who could possibly maybe understand my experience, and then they share their experience, and then we can develop a love together that will be reciprocated between the two, because and the thing is, like, the thing about love is it's 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 it's, it's give and take, but you cannot give what you don't have. Like, I use this analogy. It's like, okay, so you got some nails that need to be driven into a piece of wood, but you don't have a hammer. So you come to me and you ask me for a hammer, and I'm like, I don't have a hammer, but I got this rock that you can use. And then I give you my rock. And I feel like that's my gesture of love. That's me giving you what I have, and in place of what you ask for. Like, I can't always give you what you're asking for, but I can give you what I have, and with the meaning behind it. I mean for you to use this rock to drive in the nails that you need driven. So it's the thought that counts, and that sounds cliche. Pardon my clichédness, but it's the thought behind it. I don't, and you don't have to have um what I asked for. Like, not even by a little bit. Cause first of all, myself, I have fallen in love with myself, and I have everything that I need. Um, I don't need a thing from another person that was created just as I was, because then that would mean I will be dependent upon some other masterpiece rather than the master. So, or the artist or the potter or whatever you want to call the god. But I would be dependent upon um a sub like a subspecies of God or something like that. And that's not I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. I don't think that a relationship is supposed to leave a dependency, um or like,
One person's supposed to be doing the damn motion.
we're supposed to be doing what we think is considered love, not expecting to receive anything back. Because just like with coins, if you ask me for some coins, if I got the coins, that and I don't need it, I'll give it to you, and you don't have to pay me back. But if you do, thank you. If you don't, I'm not gonna look for it back, because if I needed it, I wouldn't have gave it to you in the first place. So, and I feel like that's how love is supposed to work. If I give you my love, that means either I can make more and slash or I don't need it or something like that. It's somewhere in that field. And if I give you what I have, um, because out of love for whatever reason, for whatever thought, that is that's enough. Like the fact that I did it, I don't need to receive anything back. I can love you from a distance. I can love you from up close. I can love you intimately. I can love you what's the other register? Like the opposite of intimacy. Um uh, professionally, I don't know. Um I can do that, and that's how we work. That's how we're supposed to work. We're not supposed to be dependent upon any any person, anything, um, in life. Period. Like this. Period. I'm not. I mean, I do um notice when I am missing something, and I do notice the absence of presence of a person or a thing. I'm like, okay, it's gone, but I'm just not like, oh, please come back. But it's more like, dang, like I felt better when it was around. I can feel better later with it not being around, but a person is not a set of car keys.
Yeah.
A set of car keys, that's something that I need to get back if I can't find them. But a person, uh, not so much. So I don't want to say that a person is less of value than my car keys, but um, car keys don't have consciousness. A person has consciousness and they have free will. So their will to do whatever they want to do is my is it's my key. My ability to accept that they have free will is my key, because then that loosen that undo that un opens the lock of the chain that is around my neck. And also that chain is very loose around my neck. It's not tightened. I'm not chained to anything. It's loose. I can just take it off, you know. um but that I feel like the game today is care the least amount so that you won't get hurt, just in case. You know, everybody's always what's the word, cautious. They have this insurance, like, I'm gonna keep this distance up, I'm gonna keep this wall up between us um for a little while, just to see, just in case, for some insurance, because I'm not gonna give you everything. I'm not gonna give you everything I want to give you right now, because you might do something to leave. But then you have to keep reminding yourself that leaving is free will. Leaving out of anyone's life is free will, no matter the reason. It don't matter the reason. It can be for good reasons, bad reasons. It doesn't matter, because it's a reason. I say that it's good or bad. You say that it's good or bad. You can say that the relationship was toxic. I can say that it was toxic. We can say that. But it was a relationship nonetheless. So like, I don't feel like it has to mean anything if a person walks out of your life. It's You were born by yourself, and you will leave with even less of yourself. So that's a thing. That's another thing. Why would I want to fall in love if that, knowing that that person is gonna die anyway? There's gonna come a time where one of us is gonna die. Unless, I mean, even if we die together in a car wreck, or we die laying in bed together and we both die together, we're so connected that we die together naturally. Even if we die together, well, I don't know about that. I feel like that's divine. If we laying in bed and like we take our last breath together, that might be divine. But like, most likely we're going to die separately. And I mean, if if you die before I do, that'll hurt me because like I'm so deeply in love with you and all of that. I don't feel like it's not necessary. That hurt, that pain and stuff. That's not necessary. Um, Death is necessary. That transition to go from one dimension to another dimension, um, indefinitely for an indefinite amount of time. That that's necessary. But falling in love with someone, been there and done that, and
Shit, I was falling
I
in
don't,
love.
I don't feel like. I think that's why, why there was so much resistance in myself to even allow that to happen, because like my inner self, my inner me, my enemy, my inner me told me that you ain't gonna like it. Yeah, you are not going to like being in love. And I mean, it was cool while we were still together, but being in love with someone who you are separated from whom you are separated, um, that's that's a. You need some holy water for that. Drunk a whole jar of holy water, but it won't let go. Oh, like you need some holy water, some yoga. You need a praying candle. You need your money bag. You need some holy oil. You need the like some incense, some burn some oils, some essential oils. You gonna have to drink a whole bunch of alkaline water or alkalized water. When you are in love with somebody who is separated from you, when you are truly in love, when that shit is come from divinity, come from infinity, like that hurts. There's not something that you just can't just okay. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight, and then I'm gonna wake up in the morning, and everything gonna be okay. No, it takes 5 boxes of incense. It takes some witchcraft. It takes some voodoo. It's gonna take some sigils. You gotta write some sigils. You gotta draw some sigils out. You gotta burn them and pray, and you gotta do that for like 4 or 5 years, and for you to get over it, for you to be able to like smile again, and not make videos about like stuff like this. Like I don't see the point in being in love with another being here on earth for what? It's going to leave, whether they leave from their free will or they leave with death. They are going to leave you. Why should I give you so much weight, so much value, so much worth? What can I'm gonna need some answers. I want some answers because like I don't see the purpose in it. Like my grandparents, both sets of my grandparents and my parents, and I see all these people all lovey-dovey and in love and getting married and all of that. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? Like it's not important. It's not important at all. You don't have to go through life um being all fused with somebody else. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. Being in love is a beautiful thing. It's beautiful, fabulous, and beautiful. Oh, where did M come from? Anyway, it's a wonderful feeling. It's you high all the time. You don't nothing bother you. Like when you are in love, especially like when you just finally realize that, oh, this presence, I'm enjoying this presence, and it's going to be present, and then you start living presently, and you start creating, and then you start looking into her mind, and you can see everything, the dark and the light. You see everything, and you start to love everything that you see, and then you get all inside somebody else's mind, and then you start neglecting your mind because they don't have a right to get inside your mind. They don't have to be inside your mind. That's not you can't let yourself go when you are in love with somebody, and you have to be in love with yourself first. Like what did Eartha Kitt say? Eartha Kitt was like, compromise for what? A man comes into my life and I have to compromise. Like, no, you have to be in love with yourself. You have to be deeply in love with yourself. You have to reach down in there. You have to sit at the core of, like, it's like sitting on the sun. You got to sit on the sun. I don't care how hot it is. You'll get over it because that's you. You. That's your own temperature. That's your own. You can regulate it. You regulate your own body temperature, whether you realize that or not. You can regulate your own body temperature, and like when you sitting at your core, yeah, it'll be hot at first. It's the hot seat. Yeah, it's the hot seat. But you can regulate the core. You have control over yourself. That's the only thing that you have control over, your actions. And you have control only over your actions, and your actions include regulating your body temperature. You don't even have control. You think you make yourself go pee? No, you don't go make yourself go pee. You can hold your pee for a minute, but you don't have control over even your bodily functions. You don't have control over your bowel movements when it's time for you to go. Like, it's time for you to go. You don't just make yourself go. No, your body tells you when to go. So like, even biology, you don't have control over that. You only have control over what you do. Your actions, your own actions, and anything outside of your actions, if you feel like you have control over that, my friend, my reflection, please don't be a fool. Please don't be a fool. Now, telekinesis is another thing, but that takes a lot of different levels of the levels of like dimension and being connected to those dimensions. But that's gonna be another story for another time. But like, because like turning water into wine and stuff, we can do that. We just gotta reach that level. They're like, I don't know how many levels it is, like 12 levels. There's probably more levels than that. But like here in this dimension, or where is it? There's like 12. Like the masters sit at 12, and then there's like a few more that surpass the masters. I ain't even reached, like, I think I've reached only like a few levels, and then I just like declined, and I got fat, and I started eating rallies, and I started drinking that damn fluoride because I told somebody to drink fluoride, so I started punishing myself. But yeah. Anyway, when you get into a relationship, just keep loving yourself first. Keep loving yourself, and then, and I'm not saying be all self-centered, be all boastful and prideful, and become a narcissist, but still love yourself first, because that relationship may or may not be okay. So there's like intersectionality, where you come into two people come into each other's lives for this period amount of time, and then later on they go their separate ways. Like, it's an intersection. But then there are some parallel people, and they are may or may not be going in the same direction as you, but they are in your life longer than those the intersectional people. And that's what you have to realize, because some people, like I was telling you the other day about background people, there are some people, you may have been mistaken a parallel person for a background person, or a background person for a parallel person, and that background person is just there to make you feel like the world is not empty. Because if the world only had people who were going to be in your life for a significant reason, there are only, I don't know how many it would be, but the world will be empty as hell. It'll be empty as fuck. No. So there has to be background people. There has to be things going on. Cars have to still be on the freeway. People still have to eat in the cafeterias. People still have to walk around campus. People have to be in Walmart, because like even cashiers, they may or may not be background. But like, you just be nice to everybody. Still smile at them, because you could be somebody else's background person. So like, you don't want nobody to be all rude to you because they believe that you are in the background of their life. Like, just because somebody's in my background don't mean it's like their life don't matter. It's just your background. You in the background. You're here to make the world seem fuller. And I don't know. Don't fall in love with a background person. Or you could probably pull someone from the background and pull them up to the forefront, but then you still have to remember that they have free will and all that extra stuff. Like, I just let people do what they want to do. If you want to stick around, hang out with me, I'm going this way. If you want to go this way with me, that's cool. If you got to go that way, be safe. If you got to go that way, be safe. I'm going this way. And that's just what I've learned. The only thing I've learned from love. Now, I ain't gonna try to shoot nobody before they shoot me, but I ain't gonna slow down. I ain't gonna stop for nobody. I'm not gonna lower my frequency for nobody. I'm not doing no. I'm not doing that. I'm still gonna be doing what I'm doing, even if I just so happen to get into a relationship, or I just so happen to like somebody. Like, oh, you are a great company, but we're going in different directions, and I'm not going to change my direction. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I'm not asking anybody to do that for me. I'm not going to ask nobody to change their direction for me. Like, if we go in different directions, that means, okay, nice to meet you. Thank you for coming to my life. Maybe we'll see each other again. And when I say intersectional, it might be like that double helix thing. We might see each other again. It's like the DNA strand. Everything is what's the infinity. Everything is infinite. We are infinite. So maybe I'll see you later until we meet again or whatever. But until we meet again, I will still be going in the direction of what. Now, there may be some people who come into your life to help change your direction for something better for yourself. But if that's where discernment and judgment and divinity comes in. It has to be something paradigm shifting. It's not just like, oh, nice to meet you. Let's go this way now because you're going that way. I want to follow you. No, ma'am. No ham, no turkey, no spam, none of that. No, thank you. Just give me some fruits and vegetables and put some lemon in my water. Thank you. But that was so much in 22 minutes.
Yeah, that was a lot. I should try to say you. I don't think I'm falling in love. I think I'm fine.
Oh, it wasn't for you. It was just whoever is out there who's listening. It's not for a specific person. Nothing is for a specific person. There's no I think I just said it. Specific person.
I enjoyed the topic.
Okay, you trying to hang up? Bye.
No, I'm not. No.
Oh.
Damn.
Cause I gotta figure out this. I gotta write this dang argument. So I don't know if I want to combine two of the texts that we've been reading, the Dutchman and the Bluest Eye, but I'm gonna figure it out. I got a couple more hours before I go to work, so I go to work at 9 in the morning.
I'm sorry.
I got 6 hours, so.
I'm in the rush.
No, you good. I got 6 hours, so you good. All I need to do is I just gotta put my argument into words, but I didn't do nothing this week. Happy Thanksgiving. But anyway, yeah, that's the end of that little rant. It's not really a rant. I'm not heated about anything. It's mostly
That's the whole interview, man.
Huh?
That was the whole interview thing. I just asked you a question, you get on attention. That was a good, interesting interview.
Okay, appreciate it. I want other people. I'm not gonna think about what I don't want. I just want people to understand that it is not healthy to find yourself dependent upon anyone. And if you're already in love, I'm just gonna say it for lack of words, 'cause I don't know how else to say it. If you are in love the wrong way, if you are not in love with yourself before you fall in love with somebody, I don't think you can even fall in love with somebody else in the same density Like the only way that you can fall in love with someone is in the same density that you are in love with yourself. If you only love yourself on the surface, you love you are in love with what other people think about you, then you are only going to fall with the surface of another person. But if as deep as you are to the core of your own being and you are have fallen in love with the depth of your soul, that's the ability of being in love with another soul. Like, you can only love someone as much as you love yourself. Simple as that. So, there's a wrong way. Well, I guess there's not a wrong way, but if you, I don't want to get the whole spiel. Like, there's superficial love, and you have fallen in love with an idea, or you can fall in love with someone the same depth as how you how much in love you are with yourself. And sorry for not being able to explain that as well as I want to, but that's that. Um, so for any of you people out there, loving people, um, good luck. Good luck with being in love. Like I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over being in love. I'm over being in love with anybody other than myself. That's what I'll say. I'll say that. Um, and that's not like me being cynical or anything. It's just I'm trying to have some astral babies, some celestial babies. I'm trying to fall in love with some light being, and so I can meet my children. I've met my children. I just haven't met their mama yet. Their mama is some alien out there, and I'm going to meet her, and we're going to have these celestial children. And I met them. They're twins, Cadence and Prudence. My daughters, my celestial daughters. Oh no, I
I
say
don't know
daughters, but
who
like you
my
know how
sister.
light beings don't have a gender or like sex or anything. So
Uh-huh.
they my celestial children are named Cadence and Prudence. So so yeah, the next life force that I fall in love with will be in some other dimension. And I can't wait to meet you. I hope you listening and like come talk to me sometime. I'll be meditating every morning at 6 o'clock. Just meet me right here under this tree. And um I met our children, so um my children, one of them tried to like she suffocated me or something, but like in the density of space, like the vacuum, like you can't breathe anyway. And I think she was trying to take me somewhere, but I ended up waking up and I was like, dang, Jayla, why you always so scared? I'll be so scared. She's like, no, let me breathe. But like, only here on earth do I need to breathe, right? But I love my children and I love my future celestial wife. So twos and and you're to the tribe. In loving you, I am loving myself, my reflection. Peace.